Welcome everybody, this is Cynthia Walker. I am bringing you another news update from the Brickstore Museum. This is our June version of the Courier, which is our e-newsletter every month. And I wanted to give you a quick rundown of what is in here. So I have this up on my screen. And in case you like the video version better, I'm just gonna give you a quick summary of what's happening this month. And if you want some more information, then you are welcome, obviously, to continue reading our newsletter and then click on the links that are provided to learn more and sign up. So we just wanted to give a greeting. First of all, we know that the past few days and months have been very stressful and frustrating for a lot of different reasons and in a lot of different ways. And we want to make sure that as a cultural history museum, that we're stepping up to our responsibility of listening to experiences, recording histories of our many communities, and educating future generations using our experiences today. So I want to make a special outreach to those of you listening. If you want to help us, that is absolutely wonderful. And I really encourage you to volunteer with us to help us expand both that collection as well as our efforts out in the community. So thank you for that. Special news, we are planning to reopen on July 1st. We are starting to create a guidelines part of our website, which is called Welcome Home, as we like to welcome people home to the museum, because after all, it is your history and a place that we all originate from. So again, July 1st, that's our aim for our opening date, and we'll have more information to you very soon about safety guidelines and everything else in between. So that'll come out in a separate email, so it's not as wordy, but we'll let you know what those rules are going to be. So we have a lot of June programs coming up, and it's very exciting here. Saturday, June 6th, we have the 17th Century Saturday. The portal is going to open around noontime on Saturday, June 6th. And just like the 16th Century Saturday, that's going to include video lectures from a few folks, a pop-up exhibit, and at-home activities, all talking about the 17th century here in what is now known as Maine. Wednesday, June 10th, we are doing something called a Museum Sage Mindful Break at the museum. And it's just about 30 minutes, and I am going to be leading it. And it's just a unique experience where we use museum collections, or at least pictures of them that you'll be able to look at, to answer life's questions. So bring your questions, bring things that you are thinking about. It's a free program, so you might as well give it a try and see what it's like. I experienced this program at a different museum setting several years ago, and it really did make a big impact on me. So I invite you to join us for that. That's June 10th. June 19th, we will be celebrating the Juneteenth holiday, which is the basically the day in 1865, June 19th, when the last remaining African-American slaves were freed in the United States. So we're going to be planning some special activities for that to recognize that day. Saturday, June 20th, we are running a virtual shipbuilding odyssey, which most of you might already know what that is, but basically it's going to be a lecture and a virtual tour of shipbuilding sites still here in the Kennebunks. June 20th through 28th, we're inviting you to take part in a community-wide history celebration. Basically, we want you to tell us about your house. You know, a couple sentences will do it, whether you know the history or whether you just know the history of your family in that house. Help us make it a gigantic outdoor exhibition the week of June 20th through 28th, 2020. And again, I'm going through these quickly, so all of the links that are connected to each of those events will bring you to more information. Wednesday, June 24th is Kennebunk's bicentennial birthday. So we have a couple of events that day, including our Distance Challenge virtual race start, as well as a historic weathering unveiling and a bicentennial history virtual lecture. So again, click on those two things if you're interested in those. Tuesday, June 30th, we have a sneak preview for members to take a look at our Perspectives 2020 exhibition, which will be opening July 1st on our opening day. And that is a collection of new artworks by about 50 artists in this area, as well as discussions of historic people that used to live here. So you are welcome to register for a free spot for that. And then, of course, last thing to mention is our Wednesday, July 1st museum opening day. You may have heard me mentioning before that that is also our birthday, the museum's birthday, 84th birthday. And we usually celebrate something called Vintage Dress Day, where we invite you to dress up as your favorite or in your favorite era's fashions and send us a picture or come to the museum and tour with your best dress on. Next on our newsletter, we're talking about specific collections that we're looking for. So June is, of course, Pride Month, and we have a new program here, or project here at the museum called the Museum Pride Project, where we're looking for donated memorabilia, histories, artifacts, and archives, things like that, relating to LGBTQ history here in Southern Maine, which is numerous, but it's also very hidden. So we're looking for your help to build that up for future generations. Black Lives Matter, of course, is very on top of all of our minds right now. And we are looking for your help to help us collect pieces, signs, buttons, articles, writings, anything that you want, to help us capture this moment in history. It's very important that we collect these things to change our collective future. And then as you keep scrolling down, you'll see kind of expanded versions of what I was just talking about. So the race is coming up. You can plant a bicentennial tree. And then there's things to do, of course, on the Digital Learning Center, like oral histories, podcasts, videos, victory gardening, digital lecture series. That's Murtaugh in the background, excuse me. And then, of course, things to plan ahead for July. So we will see you soon at the museum, whether that means online or at our site. We'll see you soon.